What's up, party people?
Hey.
I'm back. I'm here in Greece, or we're here in Greece right now for debrief, so I'm a little behind on this.
Extremely behind.
All right, that's. This is Megan. She's really mean.
Hey.
Tell us about who you are, Megan. Tell the people.
My name is Megan, and my last name is Westbrook. And I was on Will's team this summer. I am 21 years old, and I like to pray, and I like to play the ukulele for worship. But mostly, just love to have a good laugh, love to love the Lord.
Where'd you go to school
Oh,
go
goodness.
to school?
Yeah, I go to Liberty University, and I'm going to be a senior this year.
Oh my gosh.
Yay.
And you're studying what?
Christian Leadership and Church Ministries.
What are you going to do with your life?
That's a good question. Only the Lord knows.
Good. Yeah, so we're talking about Sarajevo today. Sarajevo was my favorite location. Was it yours?
No.
No. Okay, that's okay. I'll forgive her. Yeah, it was my favorite location. Probably the location where we had the least amount of connections. So it was a lot more meeting with people, talking to locals, and even more prayer than we had done in past locations.
Yeah.
Predominantly Muslim city, I would say. Probably the most religiously diverse place I've ever been.
Yeah.
They call it the Jerusalem of Europe. Trying to think. Heard the call to prayer every day, which was interesting.
Very interesting.
And it was also very spiritually intense. If you'd like to hear more about that from me, you can ask me, but I think it would take a really long time if I tried to talk about it right now.
Yeah.
Tell me about tell me about something.
About that. It was very interesting to, we'd be praying around the city, we'd go on prayer walks and such, and it was so interesting to, during your prayer walk past a synagogue, and then a Catholic church, and then a mosque, all within the span of 30 minutes. So it was just a very diverse place, religiously, but then culturally. There was just a ton of mixture there, which was really cool to get to see. And it was also kind of more of a touristy place. I was surprised by that. There were a lot of people that came there as tourists, so that was a new thing. But I don't think I had any other thought from that. It was very cool. It was a very cool place, but it was spiritually heavy at times. And I think a lot of that played into the history of the place, because Sarajevo was a city that, just over the years has experienced a lot of wars and heartache and trauma, I guess you could probably say.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
You can definitely say that.
For the city. The siege of Sarajevo we learned a lot about. It's the longest siege in modern warfare of almost 4 years, I think, surrounding that city. And we literally saw evidence of it as we were walking around the city, and it was really hard.
Yeah, bullet holes in buildings and stuff still.
So we took a lot more time on some prayer walks of being really thoughtful about that, and mourning just the hurt that the people now that are middle-aged, that when they were young, they experienced all of that, and it made it a really hard place to be.
Our main connection we formed was with a Christian refugee center called the Hope Community Center, I think.
Hope Community.
They were really cool. That was one of my favorite just highlights of the summer, to get to work with refugees again. And I loved the way we got to practically serve them. We got to cook a meal for them, which I really enjoyed.
Mostly he cooked the meal.
No, I directed.
I cut the watermelon.
She did cut the watermelon.
And the vegetables.
And the salad, yeah.
Yeah, and I learned how to actually cut vegetables well.
Yeah. Terrible.
Yeah.
yeah, so that was kind of our main connection there that we formed. Hopefully that didn't just turn off. It didn't. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? Anything I
With
missed?
Hope Community?
Yeah.
No, that was a really cool place to be, and we learned a lot from like the 3 like young women that worked there, and they got to tell us a lot about their heart for the work that they do, and like what it means to have an open seat at the table for anybody who comes to their doors. Just getting to like, even when there's like translation issues and like people can't communicate well, like because they're just different languages, like how to love on them well as people. It was super cool to get to see that. Yeah, and then they also told us a lot about like the churches in the area.
Yeah.
We learned a lot from them.
Yeah.
Which is helpful.
It was interesting to really, this is kind of a common theme throughout the summer, is just in each of these places there's only a few small churches and they're not very united. And I think at first that really it still frustrates me. But I was a little more angry about that, but kind of learning, like talking to pastors and learning about that, it makes more sense to me now. I'm still frustrated by it, but a lot of what they said is like these dudes that are getting by on the support of their church members. So like when another church shows up, that's literally a threat to your livelihood. Like if someone poaches your church members, like you might starve as a pastor. So yeah, that was, like I said, I think that was a common theme throughout the summer, was these just tiny churches that weren't really unified. And I think that's kind of why, and it's tough and it's terrible. And I think that's part of what the heart that like we had going to these different places, is we want to meet a diverse set of ministry leaders and see how we can potentially unify them in the future and work with them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there was 5 Protestant churches with 20, 25 members.
4? Was it 5?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, it does matter, but
it was small, and it was like a city of like 400,000.
Yeah. So you do the math.
So like around 100, and 400,000 is crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely gave us something to pray into for the week, and it was discouraging, I think, to see for the churches just how tired they are. Like just coming back to like when you're in like a place that has seen so much grief and has a lot going on spiritually, and like a lot of different religions and people that are searching for answers, and it gets tiring as believers. And so we prayed a lot for the churches for that and for unity. So
yeah. Yeah. What did I miss anything? Is there anything else we should talk about, Megan?
From Sarajevo, I got to play my ukulele.
You did.
For a worship night. That was super cool.
It's very cool.
And I don't know. That feels like we talked about everything.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Next up, I'm talking about Dubrovnik, Croatia. They play a lot of water polo there, so that was pretty cool for me. I'll try and get that newsletter out soon. I'm not going to make any promises, because every time I do that, I don't deliver. But I love you all. I miss you all. How was debrief, Megan?
Debrief is good.
Good. You learning things?
I'm learning so much.
Good. How you feel about going back home and going back to school?
I'm excited.
Good.
It'll be fun.
Good. Okay. Well, this was Megan Westbrook, and that was Sarajevo.
Yep.
I love you all. I'll see a lot of you people soon. Please reach out to me if you'd like to hang out or something.
Don't reach out to me.
Don't reach out to Megan. That would be weird.
We don't know each other.
Yeah.
And I live not there.
Yeah, so don't reach out to Megan. That would be weird. But you can reach out to me. Thank you. See you later.
Bye.